This is AC35 Daily Update. Thursday was another action-packed day in Bermuda for the 35th America's Cup, with matches between Japan and France, New Zealand against Great Britain, the USA versus Japan, and for survival, France against the British. Here is Nautical Channel correspondent Nick Douglas with the insight.
Hi Nautical Channel sports fans, my name's Nick Douglas, otherwise known as the Sailor Girl, and today, after a postponement yesterday, the second day of round robin 2 of the Louis Vuitton America's Cup qualifying series got underway. Hooray! Because it was a reserve day, the village was empty. No tickets sold for today, and this is very rare to actually move the day. But Ian Murray, the race director, was so keen to get this round robin 2 completed. We still have 8 races to go for tomorrow and the next day, but he got another 4 under the belt today. Japan had 1 win and 1 loss, winning first up significantly over Groupama Team France. Then we saw Land Rover BAR, skippered by Ben Ainslie, take on Emirates Team New Zealand. Ben Ainslie won the start, but the Kiwis were too fast and sailed over the top of them to the reach mark. At the reach mark, we saw Ben Ainslie get the inside, and he jibed when we saw it all go wrong.
What happened?
I spoke to Ben Ainslie about just what happened on board.
Yeah, well, we had a systems issue, which meant we couldn't control the dagger board on the starboard side properly, and so yeah, we had a big wipeout, stuffed it in, lost all of the speed, which in that wind speed is just an absolute killer. But you know, in all fairness to Team New Zealand, I think their performance was markedly better than ours, and they would have found a way past us anyway. So a frustrating race, but you know, the important thing was to regroup for Team France and to come out on top in the end.
Okay. Put pressure this way, boys.
Regardless of the errors on board Land Rover BAR and their system failure, Emirates Team New Zealand were looking exceptionally smooth out there today. I spoke to Pete Burling after the racing to get his lowdown on their tacks, which just seemed to be another level above everybody else's, even though they're so different. Well sailed today, Pete. Looking very smooth out there.
Yeah, no, we're really happy with how we went today, and it's obviously the first opportunity we've had to check in against everyone on some light breeze, and the boat was going well.
The boat was going very well, and your manoeuvres, your tacks are fantastic, like a slingshot.
Yeah, well, we take a little bit differently to most people, but we're really happy with it, and we take a bit different across the board, but it seems pretty good in that lighter.
Yeah, no, I think you've definitely got a handle on it. It doesn't mean different is bad.
No, it was something that, looking at those other guys, SoftBank and Oracle were going really well in that lighter as well. So
Definitely.
No, I was really happy with how we were going today, but we've got to just keep improving and keep checking we're down the right path.
Next up on the racetrack was Jimmy Spittle versus his old-time rival, Dean Barker, now helming SoftBank Team Japan. What a fantastic start. I did not think we were going to see a dial-up in the 35th America's Cup, a more traditional style of start that we're used to seeing with monohulls. But when Jimmy Spithill was late to enter from the port side, Dean Barker was not going to let him get away with it. Oracle Team USA then had a penalty to carry, and SoftBank Team Japan led for most of the race up until the final top mark, when Jimmy Spithill took control again and led to the finish to take his 7th point for the Louis Vuitton America's Cup qualifying series and regain the lead. Hey Jimmy, nice pre-start.
Yeah, that was fun, wasn't it? A lot of fun. We had a bit of a left. Well, we moved the course left, but the start never got moved, so it was always going to be tough. We just couldn't get a hook up. We'd sat there for about 8 times resetting, and we just couldn't get a hook up and couldn't get going, and basically just laid it on a platter for old Dino to come and collect us.
I did say to Dino though that I wasn't expecting to see a dial-up in the 35th AC.
Either were we.
One win and 1 loss today. Yeah. How are you guys going on board?
Yeah, we're pretty happy. We're sailing well. Boat seems to be going well, but just we're losing races when we have control, which is frustrating. So we've got to address that and make sure we keep putting points on the board.
I spoke to Jimmy about whether he's concerned about how fast Emirates Team New Zealand are looking out on the water. SoftBank Team Japan and Oracle Team USA were sporting very similar setups, and regardless, Oracle Team USA were definitely quicker out there, but I have to say that Emirates Team New Zealand were looking a level above.
Yeah, I mean, I thought Emirates were going to lap bend there for a second. So they looked really sharp. You know, we didn't see Artemis out there. I saw them training and they were foiling all the time. But yeah, certainly Emirates Team New Zealand looked pretty sharp.
Pressure. Okay, let's go wing on here. Let's get some.
For the final race of the day, we saw Groupama Team France and Land Rover BAR once again matching up, both really needing a win after suffering losses earlier in the day. Land Rover BAR came out on top after a massive race of leapfrogging. The downwind was just exceptional as each boat found a puff and managed to foil past one another. Land Rover BAR was able to take the win right on the line, which has now made sure that they've secured their place in the semi-finals of the Louis Vuitton America's Cup. Now to the points. Oracle Team USA are on 7 points with their carryover point from the Louis Vuitton America's Cup World Series. In second place, Emirates Team New Zealand with just as many wins on 6 points. In third position, 5 points, is Land Rover BAR after their recovery this afternoon. Then SoftBank Team Japan on 3 points after their win against Groupama Team France today. And then on 2 points each, Groupama Team France after no wins today, and Artemis Racing also on 2 points, who were not out on the racetrack today. As I mentioned earlier, we have 4 races tomorrow and another 4 on Saturday, and that will conclude round robin 2 of the Louis Vuitton America's Cup qualifying series, and then we're into the Challenger Series. Woohoo! It's a long way to go, but thank you for joining the action. My name's Nick Douglas. I'm the Sailor Girl, and I'm loving bringing you all of the action from Bermuda and the 35th Louis Vuitton America's Cup.
Stay tuned for the next report from Sailor Girl and adventurer Nick Douglas from Bermuda on AC35 Insight. NFC Sports, plunge into the action.